real shit we talking.
Yo,
they used to put in work off instinct. Nowadays,
all the shit is extinct.
Niggas worry what the next thing. And peer pressure make sense weak. Too many grown men with kids.
What up, Romero, man?
Man, what up with it, Danny?
So you get a lot of young niggas trying to find a way. I'm busy getting money, I ain't got time to play. I need to find some
time to pray. It's Gucci.
Ask God, can he keep me grounded?
Hadouken!
So many haters now feel surrounded.
All right. Yeah, man, we back, man. Parallel University, Danny Myers.
Slim Hendrix.
Slim Hendrix, what's the word?
Man,
back.
Back.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of battle rap controversy been going on. You already see me and Easy, me and Miss Hustle. And then it's like, I stay out the way even when a lot of bullets is aimed towards me. I feel like I keep a certain code and I don't respond. And when you don't respond, it make it look like what they saying is true.
Right.
So when you don't come out and defend yourself, but me, I'm the type that I don't like to put out half the story. Like, because people want to have a deeper understanding of why you chose to move like that, or why did you, even though it's really none of their business.
Right.
If somebody say, why would you do that to Easy?
Right.
Why
it's a
you doing
certain
like
narrative that gets thrown out there when you move with the code these days. Like,
yeah. So
like,
it's weird. It's like,
when
why
you
would
move
you
right, you're wrong. When you move wrong, you're right.
Yeah. Why would you do such and such like that? And it's
right.
if you would have to be in this situation to understand.
I think the bigger picture is that he controlled the narrative the whole time because he did such and such like that off the top. You know what I mean? Like, he made a business decision that was right for himself according to the code he said he lived under, whatever, right? So he made a business decision, and this whole thing was with Beezy was, can nobody tell me where to get money? Can nobody tell me what to do? Can nobody whatever, right? And so he felt, he's like he said he had a bigger bag, so he made that move, right? So in your case, I mean, so if Beasley, as a league owner, offer you a bigger bag, and then hey, make that move.
Yeah,
it's not a personal move. It's nothing personal. It's more of a business move. And so if you don't go to war, your money needs to be right. And so like Beasley money was right, and he won the war.
Yeah, but
at that moment.
Yeah, but even regardless of all that, I feel like the internet era has changed the way we conducted ourselves as men.
Yeah.
You from the same era I'm from, and you know, when you come from the streets, it's certain codes and ethics that you live by. It was always, and it's pretty much the same anywhere. It ain't just in LA. It's all everywhere. It's all no snitching. Your homeboy fighting, and y'all out at a club, and you with two of your men, and they get into a rumble. You fighting too,
right?
You don't just watch your homeboys fight, and then y'all talk about it later. Like, damn, hey, what was all that about?
Or the code. If y'all, like you said, if y'all got into a fight, whatever happened. Didn't nobody speak on it. It was only people who knew was the people who was there.
Niggas wasn't going to the internet.
In today's age, it's so like everybody's want to be viral for something that you see it all the time. They take caskets to clubs, and they do all this stuff just to get a moment. And it's like I said, the game don't change. It's like whoever got the most money make the rules now.
Man.
And so those who choose to live by the code that we grew up under, we choose to suffer the most because it's like we're on the outside looking in now.
Yeah.
If that make any sense. You know what I mean? It's like it's okay to snitch as long as you got a narrative behind it. It's okay to backstab your partner as long as there was a narrative behind it that you can push. You know what I mean? As long as you got enough people to help you push that narrative. You know what I mean? So nowadays, it's not really about the truth. It's all about what narrative that can be pushed. And so, like, my big thing is my name. So I feel like if you play with my name and you pushing that narrative, playing with my name, then I'm gonna tell the truth on you. Lie on me, I tell the truth on you.
Right. That's the realest there. That should be in the Bible.
We don't gotta be friends afterwards. We don't gotta do nothing. But if you speak on it and if I'm choosing not to speak, but it's picking up steam, you steady speaking on it and stuff. And I feel it's only right as a man that I need to defend myself, defend my name, because at the same time, you got kids
Right. So
that's gonna carry your name, that's looking up to you. You get what I'm saying though? So it's a lot deeper than what people think it is, you know what I'm saying? And so like nowadays with this code, a lot of generation ain't they drugged out.
yeah,
They
yeah,
drugged out,
that's
you know
one
what I
of the
mean?
things for sure.
And so when you high, you can't think.
Well, again, as y'all see scrolling at the bottom, has the internet changed street rules? Like the codes of, like, I feel like the way we grew up, they trying to make me feel like the way we was raised, that part, that's over now. All that stuff that's over. So when you see like Tekashi telling and Gunna and you know the YSL thing, and now it's like the snitching thing is accepted or even expected in some cases.
I think it's
So-
accepted depending on the circumstances of who the person is.
Yeah,
Honestly, because
okay,
honestly,
let me
it's
ask you
like-
this. What is, first of all, what is snitching for the, like, what is the fundamental core of what is snitching?
Okay, snitching to me was this. The way I grew up was if you wasn't a member of a gang, if you wasn't in the streets, you wasn't selling no dope, if you wasn't jacking or robbing nobody, you know what I mean, you was considered a civilian.
Right.
So therefore, if they seen you doing something, they was gonna tell on you. You expected that. That wasn't snitching. That was just them being a civilian. You know what I mean? That's part of the game. Growing up, you realize. But then, if me and you decided to go do something,
right,
and in the midst of you agree to go do it with me, in the midst of you going to do it, you know what I mean? Whatever, we get away, whatever, you get caught, right? Now, the code is you just shut your mouth and do your time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Whatever judge gonna give you, you try to get the less you can and do your time. But then within the code was my responsibility was within that code to make sure your family was all right.
Yeah.
To make sure your mom was all right, your kids was all right, make sure you was all right, because you know what I mean? You took a case from me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I took it on the head.
To me,
and didn't include you in it. I kept it G.
That's snitching. And to me, also a private conversation between you and another person is snitching.
Facts. When you go and run it,
when you go and run it
outside of that,
when you go and running back, it's snitching. Anything that was said in private between you and another person,
right,
is considered snitching.
And that's what I grew up on. And in today's era, it's like prior to this, like these phones, man, and we finna transition from this snitching shit into this AI shit.
Yeah.
And I need to be paying attention. But so we didn't have these type of phones in the 90s, right? It wasn't no touch screens, it wasn't no FaceTime and screenshottings. It wasn't none of that, right? And then remember, we had minute phones.
We had minutes.
You got minutes on here. Then if you had a Sprint plan, you was like, I got free nights and weekends. So once 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock here,
right,
all my talk time is free. Like
with Boost, like when 5 o'clock, I'm gonna have Boost at 5 o'clock at Friday. If you didn't have no minutes, you was good till Sunday till 9.
Yeah, you could talk for free.
Yeah, the whole weekend you was talking free.
And then they broke it to where, you know what, it's free all the time, all day, every day, and your texts is free. And then all the technologies became better. Now you can like FaceTime and see the person you're talking to. So all these things happen. But with these changes also came changes within us as people and how we conduct ourselves. So now when you let's just say I have a private conversation with somebody and I texting them, and now they screenshot what I said to him or her in private, and then they put our conversation on the internet, on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, whatever. They post the conversation from the phone that was supposed to be in privacy.
Right.
That is snitching.
That's snitching. I mean, the whole thing that. If you screen recording the conversation, you snitching off the back. You got police in you off the back.
Yeah, when you're recording somebody's phone call without them knowing,
it's like because you're doing it under malice intent.
Yeah,
to try to extract. You know what I mean? So it's like,
okay. Then there's self snitching also that boosted up in this era of internet, where if me and you went and did some shit in the 90s or the early 2000s or even today, if me and you go do some shit,
nobody know but me and you.
only me and you gonna know.
Nobody know but me and you. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
bringing my phone and going
No.
on Instagram Live saying, "Hey, y'all, look, we about to kick this dough in," and then we kick the dough in, wave guns. Hey, lay the fuck down, give me all. And we out. Look, I told you I'm a G, and I'm doing all
30
this
for 30 likes, and then they end up with 25 to life.
Yeah, but that's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Because
So I believe the internet definitely changed the way people conduct themselves.
And then I think also I
know what's the root of it. I know what's the root of it.
The root of it is
it's the attention.
It's the attention that people don't get, that they don't get.
They would normally get
that they able to get now. Their opinions that normally ain't heard are finally heard. Like, you know what I mean? Because
that's what it really boiled down to.
Because on that internet, you could be a baller,
you could be whoever you want to be,
fuck you want. I don't know, because the only people who know you front are people who probably in your town with you. Mm-hmm. But to everybody else, it look like you got it, and look like you just that one. And so it's like this.
So people want to prove that they gangsters.
And then once they allow people to have comments, see, to me the worst thing about the internet is the comments. Because once you allow people to have comments, you allow people to express themselves,
their opinions,
and then their opinions, not even their opinions. Their opinion is whoever hottest for the week.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So it's like if Drake hot, and then wherever Drake say what his opinion is. If it's Lil Durk, that's what his opinion is, and it's fire. You know what I mean? And it's more of a like, if this going on, let me bandwagon off this and try to get some clout off this. And I don't care if I offend nobody, because it's just the internet. And when they tell me, I can just say, it's just the internet.
Right.
But you'll get your head busted for that.
The internet shit has changed society.
It's changed society as a whole, because even our elders that we know, that they even now look for the clout, get on there doing it. It's crazy, because I see people like that, they grandmothers and stuff, and they only just doing stupid shit just for a couple of likes and views and for clout. And it's sad, because this whole society is coming into it's just coming into a whole, like,
we losing on humanity.
Losing, and not only we losing, what they understand is, as we so in tune with this internet, it's capitalism turning into socialism. You know what I mean? Which they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? As we making all these rich folks rich, and we making everybody rich, right? So if you make everybody rich, right? Everybody, they all got money, right? They don't need the consumers no more, right? They don't need you no more. They got all the money. So guess what now? Now it becomes socialism, which they practicing right now, where people don't understand it, looking at it, they're giving out free rent over here for 30 days on this program. But really what it is socialism in practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you accept and if you can
keep talking, man,
and that's what COVID did. COVID started the form of socialism, because now they started with, let's give these people these checks and see how they react. Like everybody checks, everybody shut the fuck up, and it was happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so now they're like, after COVID, now they're like in places like Orange County, places in New York, different places. Now they're like, okay, let's put these people on the pilot program where we pay their month for 6 months. So now you gotta look at it. So now your rent paid for 6 months. You feel you ain't got no responsibilities. Now it's like they don't turn you into lazy. Now it's like can't. When they take you off, you're dependent now. You ain't got no more dependency upon yourself, because you're dependent on them to want to pay you and stuff. And that's what the world coming to, and using all this social media to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And it's like this. It's like, it's crazy. Okay. Let me tell you, all right, it's like this. You hear about a new drug coming out, right? How do we hear about it? We hear about it through the news. And what do the news tell you about the drugs? It tell you what it do when it gets you high, and it gives you the side effects, right? And it always tell you it's the latest drug craze. It's the latest drug craze, but the side effects are this. Basically, they're telling you what the latest drug is. They're trying to go get you addicted. It's all a mind thing. You know what I mean? It's like, if you hear a song that's garbage and they play it 30 times a day, next thing you know, that shit's fire. No, that shit was garbage when you first heard it. It just got so used to it programmed you, you know what I mean? And so through social media, they doing a lot of programming right now. And so within that programming, they telling people it's okay to snitch.
Yeah.
It's okay to backstab your partner. It's okay not to have no loyalty. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why I said, if you again, as
it's crazy.
The
you know
internet
what I'm saying?
changed
So
the street
it
rules.
changed the whole street rules to a sense to where now it's that, you know what? I'm seeing snitches coming home to parties.
Yeah.
Snitches coming home to real live parties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it changed now because it's like, oh, I can see why he snitched because they went to jail and his partner ain't putting no money on his books, and that's not the code though. You didn't go to jail looking for money on your books. When we went and hit this lick, we was going to hit this lick.
Right.
We was going to hit this lick. If we got the money, we got it, but we both went to jail to say, you know what I mean? Then we just rolled it out and we wrote kites and sent kites and talked to the phone and we bought and beat the case and got up out of there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't sit up in there and ate no McDonald's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for no Big Mac. We knew the rules.
Yeah, you know the rules.
So when they came in,
the game different though.
They didn't have to tell us the right to remain silent.
Really started to believe
silent.
It is a few ones that still abide by that.
There is.
It's a few, but I think that generation is either slowly getting locked up or we getting old. We gonna pass away. But our children and they kids are growing up in the era.
But in a way,
the era we grew up in
I'm not
even
gonna lie. In a way, look, I'm gonna sound like a fucking hypocrite when I say this shit. When I think about the next generation and stuff, right? In a way, it's good that they learning not to have to put up with the bullshit. Because within our community, we say we want to be treated with respect. We want this, we want that, right? But at the same time, we'll go out and we'll pop a motherfucker just like us, right? And we'll have that mother crying, right? And we'll have that mother with no closure, right? And at the same time, it's not fair to that mother. You get what I'm saying? So in that sense, I feel that, and in some senses, you know, this next generation, they're learning that a lot of it's like we sticking to a code that we know, right? But at the same time, the next generation, they're trying to find some way to break out the code. But I think they crying for help. They just want to live, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's to the point to where you look at everything that we've been taught. Like I said, go back to we kind of been wrong, right? And it's like they just want to live, bro. You get what I'm saying? And it's like us as they elders need to start listening to them more. We don't listen to the youth. We just let them. We just, you know what I mean. We too busy telling what not to do instead of just trying to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel that with this snitching thing, a lot of them getting a lot of stuff because of what they see. It goes back to the internet. A lot of them don't know what the stuff they're really getting into.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Though? A lot of them don't understand that when them doors slam, see, a lot of them ain't really been that behind them cussing when that door slam and you go to make that phone call and ain't nobody pressing 5, ain't nobody pressing, ain't nobody pressing 1. You know what I mean? So they're like, yeah. But then when they realize they got the YSL case, a perfect example. When they realizing that they got to press 5 and 9 and all that, they can't take it. They don't want to be gangsters no more. Because they never was gangsters. They were just acting out what they thought. What they thought they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So,
I mean?
Apparently, again, like
and then,
see these kids go on the Instagram Live. They showing all their guns. They want to prove to the world that they are who they say they are. But when I was growing up, we knew who the gangsters was.
We knew who the gangsters.
They didn't have to say nothing.
No,
you knew who they was, and they knew.
And they didn't have to
tell nobody.
They didn't have to show no gun. They didn't have to show no gun. They didn't have to say respect me. We already, like you said, we knew who they were because we seen them growing up. So we heard the stories. So we already knew off the back who the gangsters was, and they carry themselves with a certain respect. Because like gangsterism nowadays is telling everybody what you're doing. Yeah. Gangsterism growing up, when I was growing, we didn't know nothing them niggas was doing. We just knew they did some shit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense though? We don't know
Mhm.
what they doing. We just knew that they did some shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, like, and then it's crazy. They getting set up too. These dudes don't even understand the laws. Like, take Young Thug brother Young Folk for instance, right? Young Thug got him out of Young Thug, bailed him out. Young Thug got a lawyer and got him out from doing life in prison, right? He was close to doing life in prison, whatever. Young Thug got a lawyer, bailed him out, right? Boom, got to fix his case to where he had nothing, right? Catch another case with YSL and take a plea deal or whatever he took, you know what I mean? And his plea deal was 9 years suspended, 9 years suspended, jail probation, whatever, right? So therefore he had to stay out 9 years without getting in jail, right?
Right.
Now this is where you got to know yourself at. You get what I mean? This is where you got to know yourself at. Now, his rules was no guns, none of this kind of stuff, right? So just last week they catch him in the car with a gun, right? The judge bring him back to the courtroom. Now he got to do 10 years.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying though? So that's just how they doing them now too, though. You get what I mean? Oh yeah, we let you out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let you. Yeah, tell everybody you want. We'll let you out, but guess what? When you come back, we keeping you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really nowadays, crime don't pay. You get what I'm saying though. So it's like a lot of stuff they doing. They just setting them up to do it. They like you said, it all comes back to social media. They setting them up to do it. It's like, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. They're setting them up to do it. You get what I'm saying though?
Right.
And this microwave generation, they gonna suck up whatever anybody's telling them. Because nowadays the parents are trying to be the kids, if that make any sense. Instead of trying to be their parent, they want to be their friends, they want to be their kids, their homegirls, their homeboys. So it's like if you ain't got no parents in that home, and your parents in the music, and your parents in the streets, and then your choice to be end up in jail like that, or told on somebody to get back out.
Right. And again, I feel like a lot of this stuff has changed throughout the course of from the early 2000s, then around 2005, 2010, things are really getting out of control as far as people telling on themselves or incriminating themselves with messages or pictures they done posted up, or motherfuckers will go hit a lick. I done seen people go hit a lick and then post pictures with the shit they done stole.
Right, I don't seen that too.
And then the detectives is the first thing these detectives are doing, or they're going through your social media. They're looking at your pictures. They looking at all the shit you posting, and these people are posting their crimes, and y'all making the police job easy. Y'all making their job easy, and
then they say somebody told on them. But it's like it's they on then they say somebody told on them.
Somebody told, you did, somebody did. Somebody did tell on you.
Told on yourself.
Yeah, facts. So I just been noticing the change. I even me, like I got to a point where I was like, I was like, why is we still living by these old rules if they're not applying no more?
My whole thing
not saying that I'm finna go out here and tell on somebody, because the code be in you and not on you.
Right.
It's in you. You can't change it how you was. That's like me and you go hit a lick, and you be like, well, you know what? Nowadays they telling on everybody, so I might as well tell on Danny, because that's just the way we doing it now. Right. But your inner self ain't going to allow you to do that. No, and if you did do that, you would be so guilty and feel like, damn, did I really just put the homie in a situation like, what's wrong with me?
My pride, you say my pride.
We are being reprogrammed slowly through this internet. We're being reprogrammed, not even just from street shit, but just as humans. I used to go, I remember my mom used to take me to the doctor. We used to go to the doctor, everybody in there having conversations in the waiting room, getting to know, oh, what you in for, and talking, or people was reading magazines, whatever. You go in the doctor office, everybody's doing this
on their phone, waiting for the number to
be called. You go into any waiting room, DMV, the airport, bus station, wherever you at, This is all you see.
But see, they did this on purpose though, because see what this did right here. Because see, if you notice, like years ago, we was more aware of what was going on in the world. Without these phones, we was more aware of what was going on in the world because we had to take the time out to read it or look at it to learn it. Right nowadays, if you keep everybody entertained with something, you can always loop something over their head.
Yeah.
Now the people can no longer talk and mind themselves and be like, you know about that new law about such and such? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it either. Let's do something about it. All that has changed now.
Right.
Because now they can see it, the new law. Oh, know what? Now it's something else. You get what I mean? Now, instead of seeing that, oh, they're trying to do this and that, and when it hit us, man, we didn't know they did that. Right. So we were so busy entertaining with ourselves and everything else that they able to.
It was all a plan.
It's a plan.
And it's getting even deeper now.
It's deeper now.
So like I said, we being reprogrammed is how we interact with each other.
Okay, like
humanity, we're losing our humanity.
Elon Musk just passed. They just passed the things where now they can put brain chips in your head.
Yeah, the Neuralink is on the way.
Now.
Yeah.
It's on the way. It's on the way to where you can have the Neuralink in your head.
Yeah, and so I will say it has some benefits because like it can help. I seen somebody help it restore their sight, or if you was crippled and they connected to your brain and your spine, it'll be able to help you be able to move again.
But guess what else?
So there are some benefits.
It's got to sound good to sell it to the people.
Yeah.
But the overall thing is this though. Yeah. They got a newer chip in this. They got a chip in this computer, right? Guess what, right? You can turn that chip on and off anytime you want, right? So guess what? Now you're controlling life.
Yeah.
Now it's
how they take over the world.
It's a population control thing. Oh, there's too many people. We got ages, this age to this age group. Oh, let's kill them off and let's just go ahead. You know what I mean? Woo-woo. Now it's come because now it's a population control thing. Now it's like now they can control your thoughts, control what you want to eat, control what you like, control. You no longer human. You're a robot.
That's why I said we are losing our humanity through the advance of technology.
Because all right, let's take AI for instance.
Yeah.
People don't understand how serious AI is. And they're just throwing it in your face and they're playing with it. And they don't understand that if any job that a robot can do, humans will no longer have a job no more. You get what I'm saying? And so now people don't understand nowadays within the next 10 years, AI probably took over so much that you're gonna have that the jobs, you're gonna have to have a trade in order to survive. Because guess what? Any job that a robot can do, you will no longer be able to have.
They're gonna get
that's why if you understand,
even as far
go
as
up in grocery stores. That's why they got to check the checkout centers. They don't need you no more.
Yeah,
they don't need you to come work in that grocery store no more at that checkout no more because guess what? They got the self checkouts.
Yeah,
people understand.
Imagine it going further into transportation. Imagine like all the truckers. What happened when they get all these self-driving trucks?
They don't need you no more.
That's gonna deliver the load to where it has to go. The robots will come unload the shit
in the AI
and
world.
Take it into the warehouse.
In the AI world, the first will be last, and the last will be first with the jobs. Meaning the plumbers, get you a trade. Plumbers, because you always gonna need a plumber. Cause robot can't do everything a plumber can do in the house. You know what I'm saying? Barber. You know what I mean? But robot ain't gonna have robots. Eventually,
with this AI shit, they'll be able to have robots that know how to, or a machine that is preset to certain styles and the blades and the clippers. I can imagine them having like a helmet coming over your head, and it's
where you press number 2.
Yeah, you press a
little fade.
Press a
fade. The boosty fade,
and and once the thing lifts off your head, your hair is cut in like 1 minute, and it's like, see, we don't need barbers no more.
It's the people understand it. Get into the world to where
the AI shit is being implemented in like every facet of life.
Every facet of life to where they don't really. It's to where the human life is really not even value no more.
Yeah. And then
I
imagine
mean, it's just you're not even valued no more.
Apple
You
has
know what I mean?
announced their new Vision Pro
See?
headset is a mixed reality /
See?
it's augmented reality and virtual reality together. So you're gonna put these glasses on. It's $3,500. Debuts next year, and all
But see, they've been showing us
high-end
this.
people. Yeah, they're showing you. So when you put it on, and there's no controllers to it, like see, Biggie got the Oculus in
Right.
there, so you got to use the little controller. Now they got some shit that when you put it on, the screen comes to life all
wow.
around you. So
you're
you're
not even
inside.
you're not even in reality no
Yeah,
more.
you're inside like the computer,
You're avatar.
and you don't even have to like reach for it. You can like if my text message over here, they got it to where the things or they got these monitors or lasers in your eyes tracking your eyes.
See?
So when I look at my text messages, the messages open up. When
See?
I turn my eyes from that, they close back and open up the next thing that I'm looking at, all from just me looking.
They got
right. And now that is these computers, these laptops are going to become obsolete
right
within the next 10, 15 years because everybody's going to be in this
world.
The world of Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. They started it with the Meta and the Oculus and the Meta 3 and all these devices. Now this is the new thing. Now combine that with the Neuralink where they can control you.
Yeah.
And we're really slowly becoming robots.
These
are even phones. Like phones are gonna be this like right here.
Yeah.
You gotta think how far we came. You had the rotary phone.
You had
right?
the rotary, then you had to touch.
Right. You had to, you have that. Then the iPhone came along.
I remember I remember being 19, 20 and seeing the first. I was telling Baby about this shit. The car cell phones where we used to steal them out the car and used to walk down the street with them, and we used to stretch and use all 8 minutes up on the car phone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or the cell phone. The car phone looked like a big ass brick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Just like the one on New Jack City.
Yeah, exactly. Then was and you had to have money. If people had seen them, they knew you had some money. You had some money. You know what I'm saying? That's how you somebody had some money.
Your ass had some money if you had one of them. But look, from having this big ass brick to this little tiny thing device you put in your pocket, from going from rotary phones to having cell phones, house phones. Think about the day of the house phone.
Not absolutely.
Remember when people were like, don't call my house, or don't be having no girl, don't have no boys calling my house.
Yeah, just putting the block or the star 69, all that on the phone.
Star 69 and you answer the house phone. Hey, such and such. Nah, you ain't there. Hey, tell him call me when he get back home. All right, cool.
Right.
But that once the cell phone, you could take your phone with you, and it's not tethered to a phone.
There's no house phones no more.
The house phones have disappeared.
Ain't no house phones.
You still got those phones in buildings like the hotels, and businesses still use them, but because they have a receptionist there that answers the phone, right? Businesses still having them, and eventually they're gonna go away.
They're gonna be replaced with robots.
But as far as the households in America, I'm pretty sure it drastically went from 100% of the people having a house phone to now we probably like at 20 to 30, maybe 30% that might have.
That's just like
and they don't even use it. If they do got a house phone,
they don't even use it.
People will just rather call your direct phone. They can get to you. So that we went from that era, from like you said, rotary phones to the brick phones, then the Nokias with the sidekicks. Then they went to the sidekicks.
Then they went to the flips.
They went to the flips. All these different innovations, the chirps, and think about all these. All of them are gone.
Yeah.
Look how they're gone. Who got a sidekick now?
Nobody.
You got a side. You got a chirp.
No.
You got a beeper.
No.
We had beepers.
Matter of fact, before cell phones was the beeper.
It was the beeper
because you had to be.
Because somebody would beep you.
They would beep you, and it would send a little code. Try to send a little code.
And then you have to go. Even the payphone on the corners have been disappearing.
Yeah.
When last time? How many? It used to be a payphone like every corner, like it was a payphone. Yeah. Pacific Bell or wherever you from, whatever
it's not
your
a payphone
company.
No more.
There's really no payphones. Nobody really
No.
use them. It's rare when they're still around, but they're not as prevalent like they used to be.
No.
I'm saying all of this stuff is disappearing, and eventually, what we have now, these iPhones, these are finna be old and played out. We're not gonna have these no more
because they got the phone on your watch now, so you don't really need a phone.
Yeah, they
unless
got
you
the
wanna
watch
carry it. You know what I
phone.
mean? They got
Now
just
with
so
these-
much like.
with these. See, right now they just introducing that Apple Vision. That's the first generation of it, $3,500. So the average consumer is not going to spend $3,500 on a headset, right? The ballers gonna have one. The ultra rich people are gonna have that, but it's not gonna be like the consumer, the average consumer, not gonna just have that in the house.
That's how
right?
everything is, though. Because
That's how it starts, right?
Because you got to have. It starts with you got to have the rich people that have it first. Because if the rich people got it, then the poor people want it.
Now watch this. Yeah. Now
know what I
imagine
mean?
this. Then they say, okay, we're bringing out a newer model that does more stuff, and we're going to lower the price. And they're going to eventually lower the price over the next 5 to 10 years. So now it's like anybody can have it now.
Right.
And once everybody got those, the phones is gone. Once everybody get them headsets,
And then guess what now?
10 years. I'm predicting. I might not be alive to see it.
And then
but
when
I'm
the
telling
phones are
y'all,
gone,
this shit finna be gone.
When these are gone, they got this on their head, the world is over with. The world is over with. And people don't understand. It's just like nowadays, you need people who got kids need to understand they using computers now to tell you if your kid is smart or special needs or whatever. Now they're using, instead of before they test your kid, now they're using computer data to tell you what's wrong with your kid in school without taking other factors into where maybe they're at home, they going through something.
Right.
Maybe that's why he can't read, or maybe he can't do this because he can't sleep at night. Mama always got this going on.
Right. Yeah.
And so instead of taking all them factors in the thing, now they're just taking a computer is telling these teachers who your kid is.
Yeah.
So they even so now it's like it's
future.
crazy.
This future is scary. The internet, the AI shit, it's changing people's behaviors, changing the way we interact with each other, changing relationships. It's changing the household, the dynamic of the mother, father, kid, baby. You know that dynamic is changing. Everything is
by
breaking
introducing
apart.
by introducing cell phones and stuff like that to the kids. That kept that now I don't gotta listen to my mama and daddy. I can tune them out.
And the internet is raising a lot of these kids instead of mom and dad.
Entertainers are raising your kids.
Entertainers
are raising your kids.
Hadouken! Say it one more time.
Not raising your kids. Entertainers are raising your kids. Football players, rappers, actors.
Think about. I'm glad you brought that up. Think about this. Ja Morant, right?
Dumbest nigga in America.
You know, you think about it, you make it out of a position of I don't know his upbringing. I don't know if he was from the hood or if he was from a good suburban area. But regardless, whatever you was in, I don't think you was born into a millionaire household.
I'm not going to let you do this with Durant. No, he's that boy. I told you before who he is. What's that boy name from? He Papa Doc.
Damn, see,
Ja Morant went to a private school.
Okay.
He's documented. Private school, 2 households, families,
right?
And ain't nowhere really near the ghetto.
Okay.
He once again, he one of them kids that was raised by the internet. So his daddy privileged in his life. His daddy allowing him to act like that because he controlled, instead of being a father, he's being a friend and enabling him to do that.
Yeah. So now you feel like it's this again. That goes back to what we were saying, where people want to show off their guns and show off this or that and the third to prove the people that you're a gangster. When really, that's not proving you're a gangster.
You're proving that you're stupid.
You're proving you're stupid.
You're proving that you're stupid. And you're proving yourself unreliable. You know what I mean? You've proven
gangsters never told nobody they was a gangster.
No,
they didn't tell you. You knew that. You knew it from they get out, from they just they present themselves, and they did all that.
You didn't even know. You didn't even know a gangster had a gun until he shot it.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
meaning if you pulled it out, it was already you already knew you need to get up. You know already know when we grew up, when somebody said I'll be back or they'll
Right,
be,
I'll be right back. Remember on White Men Can't Jump?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
We said I'll be right back.
We all
said
left because we already knew. We left because we already knew what time
it is.
We knew the character of the man who said it.
Yeah, because
he
didn't have to get all loud and brazen and nigga didn't say, I'm about to shoot all y'all motherfuckers.
No.
Nigga said, you know what,
I'll
dog?
be right back.
Say right here, I'm gonna be right back.
And you notice in the movie, everybody was moving out the way because
Wesley Snipes them jumped over the gate
because they knew already.
He didn't have to say who.
You didn't have to say what.
And
he wasn't no gangster. He was a ball player.
And that again, it goes back to what I was saying about the internet and what you were saying. The internet is raising your kid. You got to prove you a gangster. So John Moran, you makes it into a position where you're able to make millions of dollars. You put the gun on the internet. Okay, it was a mistake the first time. Cool, you're young. It was a dumb mistake. The second time you do it, it's like, what's wrong with you?
I think like, it was a.
Why you even have a gun?
He did it.
Why are you not rolling with security? You got enough to put some security on payroll.
That's my whole point. And my whole thing is, he got to look at it when he did that. The NBA and other folks who were paying him his money took it as a mock in the face. Because you got caught with the gun the first time, you faked your mental health, we let you slide. You know what I mean? Because you was playoffs coming, we need this money, basically. You know what I mean? So now it's like you do it again. So now it's like you spit it in our face and you mock it. It's kind of like your parents tell you, don't sneak out the window, right? Don't leave the house, right? And so you just let them know you left the house, you leave the front door open.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You basically say just fuck everything what you was talking about. I'm still gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so in this case, wherever they do to him, they need to just do to him. Right. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
The eras have changed. The AI has changed a lot of shit. The AI shit is scary. Neuralink is scary. AI, the internet, this whole new era is changing. The codes of the street, the way we grew up, a lot of that stuff is changing. So so that's gonna be it. Parallel University, David Meyer, Slim Hendrix. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's build this channel. Let's build this new channel. It's gonna be a lot of dope content on here, real conversations. It ain't always gotta be battle rap. None of that shit.
Life.
Just talk about life,
whatever, man.
Just some real. It's free game. We giving out game, man. Like shout out to Gillian Wallow with the $1 million worth of game, man.
Yeah, listen, man. It's like
shout out to them.
I'm just
we
trying
on the West Coast doing this.
Man, I just trying to see y'all. I'm just trying to talk to y'all and get y'all to live right out there, man.
And then, like I said, on your next episode, we'll be able to tell a lot more of my background and your background and your story. I know you told them on the first episode, but for those that are just catching up and subscribing to this podcast, it's gonna be a lot of dope content because he got a real story. So he's not just telling this shit from third-hand perspective.
No, this is what I live.
He done lived this. He did all this.
I live what your favorite battle rappers talking about.
These battle rappers talking about this shit. Like he done went through it. So we're gonna get more into him with Slim Hendrix. I want y'all to subscribe to the channel, share it out, let your friends, family, your dog, cat, everybody know. Let's build this channel up, and we gonna be back, man.
Man, we out. Thank you.
So you get.
Oh, you get.